We have one more comic tonight, and he's brand new to the Route 20 Funnies. Yeah. Mr. Gleason. Mr. Keith Gleason. Bring it on, Keith. Give me a hug. Yeah, that's fun. Okay. I'm not gay, I just love Keith.
Nothing wrong with that. So I've been drinking a lot of Muscle Milk lately. Have you guys seen this shit that they sell in convenience stores? Muscle Milk? Apparently some company decided milk wasn't healthy enough for us. And they decided to infuse it with proteins and all other kinds of shit. I would just love to see the cows that shit comes from. You know? So filled with steroids. Like the farmer goes to milk them, can't find the udders. You know, so. But yeah, you know, like I love Muscle Milk so much that I started putting it in my cereal, my Rice Krispies. You guys should see Snap, Crackle, and Pop on that shit. It's like World War II in my bowl. It's fucking awesome. And sometimes after breakfast, I like to put a wife beater on, walk around the beach with a nice Muscle Milk mustache. It's like, you know what's up, ladies. But another funny thing you guys can try with Muscle Milk, I tried this with my 1-year-old niece. Put some Muscle Milk in her baby bottle. Shit's awesome. And she's sitting there bench pressing her Fisher-Price construction table, walking around the living room with a fucking tap-out shirt, and throwing dirty looks at Dora the Explorer. She's like, what's up, bitch? You want to explore the world of pain? I'm here. It's awesome. And another thing I'm excited about with Muscle Milk, I can't wait for Christmas this year, because I'm going to put out some Muscle Milk and cookies for Santa Claus. Because that fat fuck's been letting himself go for far too many centuries, and I'm sick of it. So yeah, so besides Muscle Milk, I've been doing a lot of dieting. I'm sure everyone can relate to that. As you can see, I'm an unbridled success at it. But one thing I noticed about diets is, like, why do we have this inability to start on the day we decide we're going to be on a diet? We always have to wait till friggin' Monday, right? So, like, for the next 3 days, we go off like Precious at a Chinese buffet with unlimited crab legs.
Oh, Precious.
So needless to say, I'm starting Monday. The worst, though, is when you tell people you're on a diet, and then you have to keep the ruse up because the next day you already failed. So like, you go to dinner with your friends and you have to order the Cobb salad, but all you're doing is eyeing every other fucking plate on the table. And you gotta try and decide how you're gonna eat everything there, but still maintain that you're on a diet. So by the end of the night, when you have the tablecloth stuffed up your mouth, and your friend asks, how's your diet going? We're always like, oh, it's going pretty good. So, another thing about diets, I decided to go to health class. And the one thing that they always have you do at these health classes is to keep a food journal. Anyone ever do that shit?
Yep.
Yeah, well, you spend all day writing in this fucking thing. You go, of course you lose weight, you know. But this food journal, they want you to write down everything. So, for example, like if you have a hamburger, you got to write down the bun, the mustard, the lettuce, the fucking cheese, the burger, everything. You got to put all the calories and the you know, the fat count and all that crap. So, if it's alright with you guys, I'd like to read some of my entries from my food journal. Dear food journal, Monday. pomegranate. What the fuck is up with that fruit? No one ever heard of it, and it all of a sudden showed up like 3 years ago. We're eating pod, people. I need to investigate this shit. Dear Food Journal, Monday. No one told me that apps for the iPhone are not actually food. Dear Food Journal, Monday. There's a guy at the gym today, and I heard him say, I don't want to get too ripped. Is that really a fucking problem? People are having, I mean, problem I want. So, you know, since I've been dieting, you know, my parents have been a lot happier, you know. And my father, you know, when I always see him, he's always complaining about the pussification of America. You guys have heard that, right? You know, he's like, oh, he's going on this tirade. It's like, oh, this pussification of America. In 50 years, we'll all be women, you know, and all this shit. And I said, Dad, your speech might be a little more effective if you took the Snuggie off. Let me just turn off this episode of Glee. Yeah, so like, you know, my father says a lot of stupid shit. So does my mother. My mother said some zingers when we were kids. And two of my favorite things she ever said. The first one was she'd always, before we leave the house, she would say, make sure you're wearing clean underwear in case you get into a car accident. So, and I always thought, like, man, I would like to get into a car accident just to see how that would go down. You know, like, you're in the emergency room and the doctor comes in, like, how's his vitals? How's his blood pressure? Good, good. Let me see his underwear. Because he has streaks in it. But the other favorite thing my mother always said to me when we were kids is like, she wouldn't like us to take taxi cabs because she always thought the taxi cab drivers would molest us. So can you see how that scenario would go down? You know, like, I just picture the taxi driver driving up to our stop, and he's just like, hey, that's $6. Or you can take option 2. So, and that's it. Thanks.
Yeah! Keith Gleason, everybody!